going on, guys? This is Steven from My Mother's Basement. I'm coming at you today with a video. This is my guest.
Hello, everyone. My name is Ben Ebig. I do freelance website work, and I have a background. I've won many retro Yu-Gi-Oh tournaments, as well as played a lot of modern Yu-Gi-Oh, and I have my friend here, Steven, today to show me some Magic cards.
Okay, so we are going to be guessing. I have a list of Magic cards I'm going to show you, and I'm going to be having you guess them on a couple of criteria, right?
All right.
So in the context of CEDH, which is competitive Commander Magic.
Okay.
Right? So if you want to talk a little bit, you have a little bit of experience with Magic.
I've bought some Commander decks, and I've played those pre-con Commander decks. Haven't really done a whole lot of manipulating with them, and I think I have like 4 pre-constructed Commander decks, and 3 of them are completely untouched right now, and they're sleeved up and ready to go.
Yeah, you've made a lot of Daleks so far.
I have, yes.
That's about the experience.
And that's gotten me far.
So your background in Magic is like you're very just now getting into the casual Commander side of it. So
right.
So my intention with this is like I'm going to be talking about the competitive Commander, which is a completely different context of casual. So things that would look like they're great in casual, sometimes aren't great in competitive, and vice versa. So I'm hoping I'm going to get you with a couple gotchas today.
Cool. I could say the same about Yu-Gi-Oh. There's a lot of cards that are
But you
like...
would stump me.
Yeah.
100%. So there's gonna be like 4 different grading systems that you're gonna give each card. So it's gonna be, this card goes in every deck. Every deck that can run it, every deck in this color, whatever, it's gonna go everywhere that it can.
It's a nice staple.
Yeah, it's a staple, absolutely. And then there's gonna be like a good chunk of decks. So it's gonna be like most decks would enjoy to be on this strategy, if they can. But it's like not necessarily the best thing to be doing.
Doesn't necessarily fit with everything out there.
Right. And then we're gonna go like niche, like sometimes, and then never. Like this is never seeing a tournament. Yeah, exactly.
All right.
So that's how we're gonna kind of do that. If you need me to remind you at all, I know I just spout a lot of information at you.
Yep.
Yeah. So I'll remind you. You need to, and I'll also cut that out so I'm not like sounding condescending. I mean to. So the first card we have here is Underworld Breach.
Okay, it's a 1 red mana enchantment. So what's an enchantment again?
So an enchantment's a permanent.
Okay,
it's like a lasting effect. So it stays on the battlefield, and that effect stays on the battlefield.
Okay, so it's like a continuous spell.
Right.
Okay. Each non-land card in your graveyard has escape. The escape cost is equal to the card's mana cost plus exile 3 other cards from your graveyard. You may cast cards from your graveyard for their escape cost. And then lore at the end. So escape means like...
Nope, that's actually a rules deck.
Oh, okay. At the beginning of your end step, sacrifice Underworld Breach. Okay, so it destroys itself at the end step.
Yes.
But essentially you got a big old graveyard.
Yeah.
And you could cast something from there for its cost, plus 3 other cards.
Exactly.
Ditched out of there. Okay. So it has a low... I'm noticing it has a low cost, but also from the games that I've played, it's not necessarily like there's a lot of things piling up in the graveyards.
Right.
Especially early games. So if you have this in your opening hand, it's not necessarily going to be doing anything for a long period of time.
Mm-hmm.
But it does seem good.
I'm gonna explain this too. So each spell you cast from your graveyard, you have to exile 3. So you can do any number of spells, but you have to exile 3 every time.
Mm-hmm.
So it can run out fast.
Yeah, but you could also have a deck that has like revolving around putting a lot of things in the graveyard.
Okay.
Is that a thing?
It might be. It very well could be.
Okay, I'm gonna say my final answer. It's like we're in that 75% range. Like if the deck could run it, if it revolves around a strategy, then you absolutely want to run this card every single time that you can. Am I right?
That is probably correct. I would say that it goes in every deck, but it's also like it's only every deck that can benefit additional colors with it. So with being just red, you really want to have help from blue or black to give you more graveyard stuff. So
Okay.
blue has more spells, black has more graveyard stuff traditionally, and you have rituals in there which give you mana, so you can recast stuff for mana from the graveyard. So you can basically take like an infinite turn. like
Okay, so the big benefits of this are in the other colors that are out there, not necessarily
yeah.
red.
So you're basically right on the money where you say that like most will run this. This is like a staple. Like, if you're running red and a combination of those colors, you usually want to be on this strategy. It's probably like one of the best things to do in the CEDH.
Gotcha. Am I getting a point for that?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, ad nauseum. We got a 3 black here. And a dude that has no arms on him, it looks like. Instant, so it's a... You could play it...
Anytime.
Yeah, almost... It's a quick play, as
Right.
I say.
Yep.
Reveal the top card of your library and put that card into your hand. You lose life equal to its converted mana cost. You may repeat this process any number of times. Okay. I do know that there is a lot of cards like in black that like have like a subside of like and you lose life.
Right.
When it says you lose life equal to its converted mana cost. So if I was to reveal this card ad nauseum,
You lose 5 life.
you lose 5. Okay, so
Yeah.
it's like the total of whatever.
Yeah,
you
whatever
would
the
pay.
total. So the 3 plus the 2, so 5.
Okay.
So you're gonna lose that on every single card that you reveal. So you can keep drawing cards, but you're gonna lose life equal to whatever they are.
I don't see why you would play this as an instant, because what's the benefit of getting those cards when it's in the middle of your opponent's turn? Unless those cards are also instances, and then even after this you have extra mana to use on those instances.
So I might kind of sway you with this, but you only have to discard at the end of your own turn.
Mm-hmm. That is true. Unless otherwise specified.
Right. If something makes you discard.
Mm-hmm. Or you have the Reliquary Tower.
True. Yes, as well. That would have been a good one to show you. I'm just gonna spoil that. Reliquary Tower is not CEDH viable.
Okay, that's in my deck that I play. That's how I know it.
Yeah, I play that in quite a few. It's a very good casual card, but in competitive Magic, you really you want to limit the number of colorless lands that you have.
Okay.
So that's why it doesn't see more play.
Okay, so you want just like everything that's part of your like main game
Colors.
plan color.
Yeah, exactly. You want to be able to cast more spells, and so your lands are looking to do that.
Gotcha. That makes sense. I from what I've kind of I'm feeling like this is a bit more of like run like 25% down the scale. Like this is a bit more of a niche
Okay.
kind of thing. Like there may be like specific circumstances where you might want to draw cards, but drawing cards doesn't really seem like as explosive as it is compared to Yu-Gi-Oh! In Magic.
Right. Okay. So that's your final answer?
That'll be my final answer, Regis.
Okay, so the Underworld Breach is going to be kind of like right in between 75 to 100%. It's going to be more like a 90. This is probably right at 75%.
Okay.
This is actually sees a lot of play, but there are only a couple of strategies that like support it. It's usually more turbo decks. It's kind of like a subgenre of decks within CEDH. So they're looking to go really fast. They're looking to get a lot of card advantage and then play a bunch of rituals and just keep taking actions and just actions over and over again.
Try to get that momentum as fast as possible.
Until they can eventually close the game out. And the converted mana cost of all those decks are very low. So Ad Nauseam is probably going to be the highest at 5 mana. Everything else is going to be like 2 to 3 mana or 0 or 1.
like they have a lot of low cost cards, and then
they're like basically all 0 or 1. So every time you're drawing a card, you're either 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 2, 0, stuff like that. So that downside isn't nearly as much as you'd think it is. It's really like it's 5 mana, draw 40 cards. And you can do that
for the love of God.
Yeah, and you can do that at instant speed too. So, and there's a big thing about instant speed play in competitive Commander. So there are cards that specifically say like you can cast this as though it has flash, so it lets you play stuff instantly. So this being instant speed is very relevant as well. So you can basically just look for like a pocket where, it's somebody else's turn, and they go for a win attempt, and everybody throws their counter spells onto the stack or like the chains in Yu-Gi-Oh.
Mm-hmm.
So all that's on the stack. It hasn't resolved
They've
yet.
been holding back all these instant cards
Yeah.
until the one reach for the win of the game,
Yeah.
and then all this stuff pops out.
So somebody else is trying to win. Everybody else is trying to stop them. You got this huge stack, and then you're the player that just throws this on top of all that, and you're like, I'm gonna win on top. And so
and
you
just draw,
yeah, and all of it's like mana rituals and stuff like that. They give you more mana and like just allow you to close the game out. Well, nobody else's stuff has resolved yet. You're doing everything at instant speed.
And it's worth the payment because you were gonna lose anyway.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's a situation that it could be used, and it actually happens frequently. It's a really, really good card. There are some strategies that don't like it because the health downside can be a big thing, and it's like, are you looking for right now card advantage, or are you looking for like gradual, slow card advantage? So there is kind of differences. So it is more like mostly.
Yeah, this is kind of like a mentality that a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh players have, is that the only life point that matters is the last one.
Exactly. Yeah. In Magic, I think it's more like your last 4. 4 or 5. Because you die to a fetch land is 1, a shock land is 2, and then a lightning bolt is 3. So you want to make sure that you're covered for
all common stuff.
Yeah. So it's really like, but yeah, exactly. Nothing else before then matters. Hey guys, real quick, if you're enjoying the video so far, go ahead and leave me a thumbs up. It's a free way that you can help out the channel. It helps promote the video in the algorithm and show this to more people. So more people can see this. It helps me out a ton. It's the free way that you can help me out and support the channel if you're enjoying this episode so far. Other than that, we have a free Discord. If you want to join, there's a link below, as well as a link to our merchandise. We have t-shirts. It's a bigger way to support the channel. Otherwise, we got a free Discord. You're welcome to join. Come hang out, talk. We got people in there looking for spell table games. We've got a Pokemon League that we do twice a month, Dungeons and Dragons, and all kinds of stuff. So check it out. Discord, link in the description. Check out our merch while you're there too. Thanks. Would also love to give a shout out to today's sponsor, Nimbus Nutrition. 25 grams of protein per scoop, cleaner, epic memes, a cool little monkey on the jar. You can go ahead and check out Nimbus Nutrition in the link below. Use code SKIN, SKIN, at checkout for free shipping. Thank you, Nimbus Nutrition, for making today's video possible.
So I am instantly noticing that this is the border type that's like of old Magic cards. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay.
Exactly.
So if something's old and you're showing me it, I'm assuming it's still good in some way. Could be.
Could be. A lot of old cards are trash. They get power crept.
Yeah. Okay.
That's something to keep in mind.
Yep.
The new cards are definitely printed stronger than old stuff.
Because we gotta sell stuff.
Yeah.
All right. Brain freeze. Blue and 1 mana cost. Instant, of course. A lot of blue cards are instant.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's kind of a spell slinging archetype. That's kind of what blue does.
Okay. Target player puts the top 3 cards of his or her library into his or her graveyards. Storm. When you play this spell, copy it for each spell played before it this turn. You may choose new targets for this copy. When you play this spell, copy it for each spell played before it this turn. So that means if you're playing it at instant speed, it's counting the spell. It doesn't matter if your opponent played those spells.
All spells.
Right.
Your own, your opponent's, it doesn't matter.
And in Magic, if I'm summoning out a creature,
that's a spell.
That is a spell.
Right.
That's really good.
So think through this. About how many spells do you expect to be cast on a regular turn?
Are we talking like just in general, or like no, not counting like late game or early game?
So late game in CEDH, competitive Magic, is usually about like turn 4 to 5.
Alright, I had one, maybe two in your typical turn of magic. Is that right?
It's a little more in CDH. It's kind of hard to put a number on it, but it's definitely more than like 2.
Okay. Because here in whenever a player. So, I like, and also in Commander, you can only run one copy of each
Correct.
card. Like, so if you're playing this and something good gets sent to the grave, that's actually really detrimental and doesn't necessarily have to be, oh, it's my win condition to get rid of all their cards.
Unless somebody has ways to bring stuff back from their graveyard.
Okay. Oh man, this is okay. You kind of got me here. This is tough.
Yeah.
I'm also being kind of thrown off by the fact that it's an old card here.
Yep.
So,
I knew that this would be a good one.
Yeah.
I'm actually going to add one to the list. We're going to have a bonus card at the end of this, too, because it's got me thinking. So
okay.
We'll put a pin in that. But another old card that I think you'll enjoy.
I'm going to say... here's my final answer. Here's my explanation.
Okay.
I'm going to say that this is a bad card.
Okay.
And that it doesn't...
Never.
And that it... not necessarily never. Maybe like...
Niche?
Niche. Maybe like 10% of the time.
Okay. All right.
Because I think that if it did just something else, then it would kind of break that veil.
Okay.
But if it's just getting rid of cards and if it's relying on something else to happen in the game, then that's not enough for it to kind of break through that. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely. So, final answer. Do you want me to reveal it to you?
You're gonna tell me that conjunctions with some other card I've never heard about, but go ahead. That is indeed my final answer.
It actually conjunctions with a card that you have heard about.
Oh, for the...
So, it says target player. You can target yourself.
Okay.
So, you know how the condition is that you have to exile 3 cards? So, you can infinitely cast this targeting yourself, and you're milling 6 cards, 9 cards, 12 cards at a time. You can put your entire library into your graveyard, and then you have access to your entire library.
Target player puts cards in each non-land card in your graveyard has...
So when it escapes, you don't exile that card. It goes right back into the graveyard.
Oh, so it doesn't lead... So...
Yeah, so when you cast it for its escape cost, it goes right back into the graveyard.
Okay. So top 3 cards puts the top 3 cards in his or her graveyard. Whatever. So these are compounding onto each other.
They're a combo. So this is like together. You know how I mentioned how this wants to be played with like blue and black normally? Mm-hmm. So these two together in combination are like the best strategy to be on in the game. It is like the most powerful, most effective thing that you can do in Commander.
And I understand, right, that this would let you essentially like play
your entire library.
Oh my god.
Yeah. If you have a way to get mana, which is rituals and rocks and stuff like that, which you do, you have a lot of those. To keep recasting this, every single time it's becoming more potent than the last. Because if you cast this, and then you cast a ritual, and then you cast this again, that's 2 more spells to the storm count. And you just keep adding until your entire library is in your graveyard, and you can do whatever you want. And you can keep recasting all those rituals, and you're filling up your library for the escape cost. So you just keep exiling the stuff you don't want.
Is there a what happens if you try to draw on your turn and you're out of cards? Is that an automatic loss?
Yes.
But that's not going to happen because you're
going to win. You're going to win right there. It doesn't matter.
Oh, Christ. Okay.
So yeah, that's probably about 90%. This is it's one of the best things that you can be on.
Okay.
It is definitely very, very powerful.